If you're wondering why your current peri or menopause diet is not working for you, imagine two dinner plates. The first one has a tiny salad with some oily, greasy dressing. The second one starts with some fruit and is followed by a large salad, steamed vegetables, potatoes, and beans. Now, many menopause diets would tell you to choose the first plate because the second plate has carbs and you need to avoid carbs as you are going through perimenopause or menopause because you want to lose weight. And if your healthy plate is leaving you starving 2 hours later, and you are back in the fridge at 9 p.m. or you're searching for snacks, you blaming yourself for having no discipline, the problem may not be how disciplined you are. You probably are, you're committed. It's to do with what you eat. So today, I will show you what a healthy perimenopause or menopause diet is all about, why it's got nothing to do with carbohydrate restriction, and how you can build your own version so you can start reversing your perimenopause or menopause symptoms and lose weight sustainably. And if we haven't met, I am Julia Tabeth. I'm a holistic nutritionist and health coach, and I am in my mid-40s myself, so I understand the challenges and changes you are going through as a 40-plus woman. Now, for over 14 years, my husband Paul and I have helped thousands of women all around the world improve their hormones and lose weight naturally, 15 to 20 pounds, typically in 60 days, through a high-carb, whole food, plant foods approach. But first, we need to understand why the smaller plates and the smaller portion sizes can actually create a much bigger problem. So we often speak to women who are already trying very hard. They are already committed. So breakfast usually is something light, lunch may be a small salad, dinner meal may contain some protein, some vegetables, almost no carbohydrates in their diet. They eat small meals, they portion control. So what's the problem? Why are they not losing weight? Why are they going through all these crazy perimenopause and menopause symptoms? So here's what typically happens. When you eat small meals, you start to feel hungry. And usually by mid-afternoon, in the morning you have willpower to get you through. But usually by mid-afternoon, you're starting to struggle. By 3 or 4 p.m., your energy drops. You're struggling with your workload. You are struggling with your meetings. By evening, you are hungry. That is hungry and angry. Everything frustrates you. You are craving sugar constantly. You are fighting with your cravings. And then you blame yourself. You believe that you need more control, disciplined enough. And you need to cut even more foods out tomorrow and eat even smaller portions tomorrow. Now, this creates what I call the small plate cycle. So you eat less, you feel tired, you become hungry, that is hungry and angry. You eat what you've been avoiding, you feel guilty, you gain the weight that you started to lose back, you start again. This is not a sustainable plan. This is a terrible plan for your hormones. And a sustainable perimenopause or menopause diet will never be a low-carb diet. You will not be eating tiny portions. We will never tell you to do that. We never tell our clients to do that. And you can still lose up to 20 pounds in 60 days sustainably. So the question is, how do you want to do it? Do you want to do it while ruining your hormones or while rebuilding your hormones? Now, perimenopause or menopause does not suddenly make every carbohydrate turn into belly fat. What changes is that your hormones start to affect where your body stores fat. And at the same time, aging also can bring in gradual loss in muscle. And then you start to burn less energy, so your body starts to store more fat. And as you're burning less energy, of course, that weight starts to pile up where? Usually in your belly area. So what worked years ago in your 30s is not working anymore. And again, the usual advice is to keep on removing food groups, to keep on making your plate smaller, but your body needs fuel. It needs fiber, it needs nutrients, it needs enough food for you to feel satiated. Your hormones need balancing. Your hormones need nutrients. So your perimenopause or menopause diet plan needs to do these 4 jobs. Job number 1 is to provide you with real fuel, aka it needs to result in you having energy. And this is why we help our clients add the foods that they've been fearing and experience results. Bananas, other fruit, potatoes, sweet potatoes, oats, rice, whole grains, beans, and lentils. These foods contain carbohydrates, and they are not same carbohydrates as your sugary processed snacks or sugary processed food. Fruit doesn't just come with sugar. It comes with water, fiber, vitamins, minerals. Legumes, for example, provide carbohydrates, but they also provide fiber and protein together. And your body does not simply receive carbs. This is something that you need to understand. It receives the entire food. So that difference matters. Job number 2 is to support your strength. It's to support your muscles. Muscle becomes increasingly important during midlife because it supports strength, movement, and also your metabolic health. So this does not mean that every meal needs to contain an enormous amount of protein. That's another myth. But it should contain, your diet should contain enough protein-rich foods, plant-based protein foods. So for example, adding to your diet some protein powders, some green peas, chickpeas, lentils, pumpkin seed protein powders, for example. So simple food combinations can do more than complicated diet rules. So job number 3 is to provide you with enough volume. It's to give your eyes, your stomach, and your brain enough food to recognize that you have eaten. So this is where fruits, potatoes, beans, colorful vegetables become all useful, because when you eat a lot of fruits and greens and you eat large volumes of food, you actually eat masses of volume. And a large plate is not going to be a high-calorie plate like you would eat on a processed diet when you used to eat processed foods or where you used to eat a lot of animal foods. So then you think that smaller plate is to do with you losing weight. No, a large plate is to do with you losing weight, where you feel satiated, where you have energy, where you are able to train, where you're able to gain muscle, which is so important during perimenopause and menopause, and where you are able to start reversing your hormonal imbalances. Now, if you've already tried endless diets to help you with stubborn perimenopause and menopause, weight gain, as well as symptoms of hormonal imbalances, hot flashes and so forth, and you're still not experiencing results, make sure you register for a free 8-minute video walkthrough that will show you exactly how we've helped over 500 of our private clients and thousands of our customers lose weight sustainably and reverse their symptoms of fatigue and hormonal imbalances with a high-carb plan, often in less than 60 days. So you can get the details for this video walkthrough in the links below. So the 4th job is to control those concentrated extras. You see, if you are under eating on calories and carbohydrates, you will crave sugar. If you're craving sugar, you will want to eat, and you will want to eat a lot of foods that can start adding up in calories and can start making you gain weight. And especially if you are under eating on sugar, you will crave processed carbohydrates. Also, if you are under eating on calories, you will crave a lot of dense foods. So usually it's fatty, salty meals, and then you kind of like start to lose control and down spiral. Or even adding those little snacks that you think they're only small, but they actually concentrated in calories, and they all add up and you start on piling weight. So if you have pre-diabetes and diabetes and you're concerned about blood sugar spikes, know that a high carbohydrate, whole food, low fat plan is actually the best plan to help you reverse it. And with our clients, we often see pre-diabetes being reversed in 7 to 10 days and type 2 diabetes, long-term type 2 diabetes, being reversed in around 6 weeks. So that is an incredible turnaround. So yes, you can. Can you reverse blood sugar imbalances on this diet? Absolutely. You just need to structure it the right way. So this is by far the best plan to help you reduce your symptoms or even live symptom-free during perimenopause and menopause, not being bothered by gaining excess weight and constantly go on a diet and off a diet. Now, the question is, what if you go on a high carb plan, but you start to feel more bloated? And we've got the answer to that in our next video, where Paul will share exactly why you might be feeling bloated, what could be the root causes behind that, and how to reverse it naturally. See you there.